Hello everyone and welcome to the next devlog for Nectarmare. I am Ingeborg Asplund, one of the developers of the game Nectarmare.
And I am Stanislav Hallberg. I am also a developer on the game Nectarmare.
Last time we talked about the initial concept and ideas behind the game, and today we want to expand on this and talk more about the various dangers that appear later in the game and the process of designing them. Our process when iterating on mechanics was that we started designing and programming a concept. Then we let our artist Natalie Hallberg develop a graphical representation of that idea, and then we tweaked the base concept to fit the graphics. This was done while discussing and iterating on the mechanics so that everybody in the group was on the same page and involved in the design process.
One of the mechanics conceptually started as a turret, with two variations. One that stood still and one that moved around. Based on the art made by Natalie Hallberg, this concept evolved into the flower and the spider. The eye in the middle of the flower rotates off the player's position and shoots missiles at them. The spider does similar things with its head and mouth, but it also walks around the level. The spider originally had a skull for a head, but it was later replaced with a more insect-like head. This change was made as the visual theme of the game evolved more towards an insect and nature-based theme during its development.
Another mechanic is the grasshopper, who tries to jump at the player, dealing damage on contact. It was originally meant as an alternative to the regular enemy, but after testing the mechanic, we found that we could also use it as a complement to the original enemy as well. In game there are two different grasshoppers, one that fits with the water-based levels and one that fits with the grassland ones. They work the same but are visually distinct from each other to work better in their respective environments.
In some water levels we have a fish that occasionally are dangerous to the player. This mechanic started off as an area that shifted between being harmless and dangerous to the player based on a time interval. This was later transformed into the concept of a fish that emerges from below the water surface and becomes dangerous to the player.
Another water-based creature is the frog, which is a stationary enemy that shoots its tongue towards the player, and flying into the tongue causes damage. The idea with this mechanic was to have a danger that could sometimes block off parts of the level. The frog started out as a graphical idea and was a concept that Natalie proposed when we discussed various creatures and encounters at the very start of the project. We focused on building the base of the game first, so this wasn't implemented until later on in the development process. When fleshing out this mechanic, we made it look at the player similar to other dangers that fire projectiles.
Lastly, we have the centipede, which was originally conceptualized as a wall that moved around and caused damage on contact. Based on the art for this mechanic, we redesigned its movement to fit better with the idea of a centipede. This resulted in the centipede feeling unpredictable despite having a set path due to its zigzagging movements. This design increased the chaos in the levels where we included it. There are a couple variants of the centipede for different environments, two long and one short one.
You can get Nectarmare right now on Steam, where we also have a free demo. We also have a mobile version for Android in the works.
Have a continued nice day and remember to like, comment and subscribe if you liked the video.